Shalom. All praises and glory belong to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kodash. Double honors unto the elders and to the apostles of Great Stone. Salutations to you, brothers out there, pushing this word out in truth and in sincerity. This is the brother Yakal coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. And this one is entitled, don't be at the mercy of a woman. All right. Don't be at the mercy of a woman. And this is really and truly inspired by just an experience yesterday. Just being able to see, to what length, to what depth, all right, a woman's logic and reasoning goes, or how far her logic and reasoning actually go, and it don't go far. All right, it don't go far. Right now, this is Job chapter Job 39 verse 17. Actually, let me read from verse 15. It says, read from 13. It says, givest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, right, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in dust, and forgetteth that thy foot may crush them, or that the wild beasts may break them. All right. It says, she is hardened against our young ones, and as though as though they were not ours, or labors in vain without fear. All right, and what this scripture is doing is likening, the ostrich to the women of today. All right, and really and truly, that's how they are. They hate the children. You see the way that they deal with the children. All right, the scripture talk about what the tender and the delicate woman, and that's one of the curses upon our people today. All right. It says, and forgetteth that her foot may crush them, and that the wild beasts may break them, because a woman, she lives in the now. All right, she really don't care anything about tomorrow. All right, and to learn from any experience or anything, she operates in what's happening now, and based on how she feels, what she wants. All right. That's the two criteria, or two of the main criteria that dictate our next move. How she feel and what she wants, and it happens in the now. There's no long-term planning, that exists in the mind of the modern day woman. All right, it says, She's hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers, or labors in vain without fear, because the Most High deprived her of wisdom, neither had he imparted to her understanding. So the Most High had deprived, all right, your modern day women of wisdom. All right, and I gotta say the modern day woman, because hey, in the scriptures you could go through. The scripture talk about Sarah, Judith, all right, Deborah, Suzanne, all right. All these are examples of women that, that conducted itself with wisdom, But to find one of those today is like looking for a needle in a haystack. It's a very, very rare thing. And that's the reality. It says, jump 16, it says, she's hardened against, 17, it says, because the Most High deprived her of wisdom, neither had he imparted to her understanding. What time she lifted up herself on high, she scorned the house of her rider. So Hey, the Most High didn't give them that wisdom. Scripture refer to them as what? The weaker vessel. All right. Um. Let me see. Where's the? It's in Sirach. Yeah. Yeah, Sirach chapter 25 and verse 22. It says, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and reproach. You know, and this is something that I see with my own eyes. Right? Where a man would be taking care of a woman, you know, and the minute that he loses his job or whatever, all right, now she has to, you know, bear a little strain, if you want to call it that. All of a sudden she's full of anger and see this man less of what he is, you know, or see him for less than a man, you know, full of all sorts of reproach, shame, all sorts of, you know. Hey, that's just the situation that you find yourself in, if as a man, if you're not, you know, in the scriptures, you know, if you're not guided by the scriptures. You see, if you're not guided by the scriptures, those are the type of situations you will find yourself in, you know. Because this man used to take care of this woman, and the minute that, you know, he wasn't doing well, committing adultery, you know, knowingly to him, all right, and he dare not say any word, you know, he dare not say any word. You see? Why? Because she's paying the bills. All right. Yeah, it's full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. A wicked woman abated the courage, make it an heavy countenance, and wounded the heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, make it weak hands and feeble knees. Exactly, you know. So to be at the mercy of a woman, all right, is hell. You know, to be at the mercy of a woman is hell. You see, because they don't think as you know, holistically. They think, you know, in the era now, what they feel and what they want. You know, so everything that they do, you know, is about them. They're very, well, self-centered. You know, no logic and reason go behind, you know, the action, really and truly. You see? So hey, don't put yourself in that position. As a man, you're supposed to get yourself together, you know, and do what it is that you have to do. Be responsible for you and yours. You know, don't be at the mercy of a woman. You see? Hey, so Lord's willing, this quick one was edifying. Want to give our praises on and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Makakodash. Double honors unto the elders and to the apostles of Great Men Stone. Shalom.